What do we got on each team? We got ourselves Seavark playing the Balance Droid Decapitator on the back bench. Ooh, playing the Fury this time. We got Ebola Tosser. I love that name. Lucron already is fighting versus Axe Banehoof. Playing the Fury Warrior, smacking him around with massive maces. Lucron is already setting up an army over there. Is gonna get a double stun onto a Bane, but that's gonna be a fear in middle. Actually having to go for the undead racial. Still gonna land a horror effect onto Axe Banehoof with that fat tire and gonna clap him up. With a cyclotronic, no interrupt available for the warrior. Having to go for Bladestorm. But look at how fast his health is going down. Doesn't have a defensive anymore. Is gonna go for it in rage regen. Should have probably started hitting those pets. Decided to leap right in front of Lucron. Still gonna hit it with a fear. That's a lot of healing back for Axe Banehoof. So far, this man has been able to save off majority of damage, and Lucron's health is actually the one that's not looking super healthy. Double pet is still up for Lucron for a second before that pet goes away. Stun onto Axe Banehoof, and hopefully Lucron will be able to get some CC back to back using Crucible offensively. That stun is going to slap him, but he's going to get a chicken out of it. Double, oh, full stun on all the pets. Focus Azeroth, me and Beam coming out by Axe Banehoof, and it does quite a number of damage to Lucron, but Lucron is going to be able to catch a full fear on the Axe. Axe is going to make sure not to use Zerka's Rage a little too early, trying to get Lucron low, trying to get him in that execute range. Lucron is going to whore him out there, going to get himself a little bit of healing, and Axe looking to line his side with all those pets. Interesting choice. And is going to get a massive leap on top of Lucron. Fear coming out again. Go to Zerka's, I think, a little bit early. Tried to see if he can get her interrupted to Lucron. Not going to happen. Zerka's is available. Double stun on both of them. Lucron is stun, but so is Axe Banehoof. Axe not looking too good, however. His health is quite low. But he's trying to see if he can turn that around to Lucron as he's summoning out a second Tyrant. That's the second Tyrant of the day with a pre-wall to see if he can stave off a little bit of damage. Drain life coming out, and he survived to the very end as Axe tried to get him in that execute. Both of these two played excellently, boys. Excellent plays for the both of you. And Bardil is not going to let him get the full heal. Just a trick for that stun. Lucron is going to be able to get CC chains onto Bardul, but that is a feral, however. Skull Bash on the Fear. Oh, try to juke it out, but it still has himself access to the gate with Bash by Bardul as he's looking to get a big bite. That's going to be a second stun onto Bardul as Lucron just trying to get whatever CC he can. That's going to be a big drain life onto Bardul. Maybe it can live him long enough. Drain life's coming out big for Lucron right now. Trying to min-max the damage output of those drains. And Bardul is going to go for that wall as a Cyclotronic trying to come out for Lucron. I don't know if he had to cancel it or he got Skull Bashed on it. Could have been. That's going to be a Cyclotronic full with a stun onto Bardul without a wall. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. And it's going to be a second wall for Bardul with a shot of Fury. He does miss. Oh, he does not miss it. He actually lands it on the Fear onto Bardul with another Drain Life as Lucron is trying to slowly crawl back to life with that Crucible Flame and those Fear Drain Lives. He might just be able to do it. Bardul is back there with a pet, landing a cycle on that thing, so he might be able to catch himself a reset here. And he actually just might do it. He actually does get it. So for Lucron, you better have all his CC ready, man. He got a bit more health than before. Gonna be instant trinket into a horror onto Bardul with a fear right after, and he's gonna go for, instead of Drain Life, Shadow Bolts. Trying to see if he can get an army of imps up and running. Another fear onto Lucron is gonna be kicked, but is gonna allow him to get those handle downs in. Still another fear coming out, and Bardul is going to have to go for a bit more running. Another fear to follow. He should be able to have a double stun into Bardul without a trinket. It's going to get the Tyrant thrown into a stun. It's going to be a fat Tyrant doing damage to Bardul. He doesn't have a wall. If Lucron can survive this long enough, Bardul actually might go down. Trying to get himself a Swiftman. Trying to see if he can charge out. That's going to be a Tyrant still has a little bit of line of sight as Bardul trying to get the hell out of the Tyrant is charging in. He's trying to get the damage in. Cyclone coming out onto Lucron's pet, and Bardul looks like he was able to save off the big output here. Is going to get stunned from the side. We're just going to give him enough time for the pet to come out of that cyclone and be able to give more damage. Bardul survived this for now. Has a trinket back up and a renewal very soon. Lucron looking very healthy without a trinket though. Without a wall either. Sorry boys, had a bit of a cough. Choke him on spit here. I'm so enamored with these duels. Gonna be instant trinket for Bardul off of that fear. Doesn't want to sit it long. Doesn't want to give Lucron any opportunity. But those Simps are going to get over there and tickle the underside of his belly. Cyclone's still gonna come out, and Lucron setting himself up a gateway. He's now changing up on the other side of the platform in case Bordeaux wants to make it over there. Bordeaux's actually gonna go for a bit of a sprint, gonna get hit with an instant cast, and that's more pets over there. Dreadstalker is going to be nipping at his toes. Cycle coming out onto one of the Dreadstalkers, but the other pets are doing quite a lot of number. And Bordeaux trying to maintain his health. He's got wall up. Actually, Bordeaux, no trinket. I'm looking at him right now. No renewal anymore. Wall back up. That's all he's got. And look, I'm trying to set up another gateway here. Bordeaux going to get a Skull Bash onto that Fear, but might be another setup for Lucron. Lucron has all the cooldowns back up. Wall available for Bordeaux with Thorns as well, and Lucron is just trying to get an army of the imps up and running with Shadow Bolts and Henrigal Dons. Is going to get a second pet with a stun and a Tyrant to summon up with a double stun into Bordeaux. Maybe even a horror effect. Maybe a stun right after Cyclotronic Blaster follow with a stun. So much damage. Oh my god. Lucron obliterated Bordeaux into the next galaxy, into the next dimension. This man just got deleted from retail and woke up in fucking classic, dude. He woke up in a hut in a druid, Moonglade, and he's going to walk up to his trainer, learn a couple abilities, then get back to that leather grind. Back to the skinning all those boars and wolves and all that crap out in the goddamn Elven Forest or some shit. I played Alliance and Classic. I haven't played Horde yet that often. Barons. I should have said Barons. I've been playing a lot of Alliance, you can tell. Gonna be a fear spam for Oniyos. Lucron has to go for a bit of a recovery again. That hill on the other side of the arena here, though, that hill actually creates quite a nice line of sight if you go over the hump. So for Lucron, that was a bit of a line of sight that he couldn't deal with. And that's going to be Oniyo actually backing up a bit. As Lucron is getting all his pets up and running, trying to go for another fear. Is he going to be able to? Gonna go for Reflect. Ooh, that's going to be Oniyo actually dispelling the Reflect, then interrupting Lucron. That's something Warlock's going to do. You can pop Reflect against a Demon Hunter, and because that interrupt for Demon Hunters is a magic ability technically, it can actually be reflected. So Demon Hunter basically reflects it back to himself and basically makes that kick null and void. But that's going to be a wall for Lucron. Got the Tyrant up and running, and Oniyo is just doing what he can, trying to leech health off of the Felguard Tyrant, unable to connect and get any kind of damage. Short stun onto Lucron as well. That was the most useless POS Tyrant I've ever seen, however. That guy could have had a smarter brain to make this happen. Fear trying to come out for Lucron is going to go for that Reflect play again onto Oniyo, as he did kick that. He didn't. It looks like he didn't have any way to dispel any buffs from Lucron for a moment, as Lucron is going to get himself army rolling again. Felguard coming in with a stun onto Oniyo. I don't know if the first one stunned or not. Maybe a second stun. Trying to get himself a Cyclotronic going. Decided against it for a second. Waited maybe for another kick on Oniyo. Is going to be an interrupt on Oniyo, but it's going to be Cyclotronic. That's going to be a full immunity for Oniyo. Canceling it at the last moment. Lucron going to go for a self-heal. Shadow Fury onto Oniyo. Actually backs up for a second. Does get hit with a fear with a drain life to send him running away. Lucron might be able to catch up a little bit on health here if he can get himself a horror effect on top of it with Oniyo. Does land the horror effect, and more pets are up and running. If he can go for more fear, drain lives, he might be able to do it. Oniyo doesn't want to waste any time. Again, taking more buffs away from Lucron as often as he can. Another fear. Has an interrupt this time. Another fear, getting those Shadow Bolts back up and running. Could go for maybe another Tyrant play. Try to see if he can maybe survive it. If he can maybe survive a Drain Life coming out. Shadow Fury does get interrupted. Henrigal Dawn interrupted on Shadow Fury, interrupts him on Shadow, but then Demonic Spells is still available. Summoning that fat Tyrant. Maybe you can go for a stun on Oniyo. Oniyo is going to go for a blur and just try to get away from Tyrant ASAP. The Tyrant does catch himself quite a good position on top of the tombstone for a second though, and Oniyo still unable to really stop it. Stunning Lucron, so he stops him at least from being able to get that heal. Tyrant might have gotten at least one cast in. Lucron getting the horror effect onto Oniyo. Trinkets out of it with a stun to follow. Might have to go for a fear and a Drain Life back to back. No, actually gonna go for, yep, send at least one Shadow Bolt in, and then back to back Drain Lives coming out for Lucron. Might be able to go for maybe another fear with a Reflect. Doesn't need to actually. Another fear, more Drain Life. Does he have any damage? Does he have another stun for Oniyo? Can you live long enough? Oniyo has plenty of cooldowns available. Trying to set up a demonic gateway. He's going to be able to take that gateway out. Stun onto Lucron. Does he have the pet stun to stop the demon out of damage? He does not. Barely had cooldowns coming up. On Oniyo taking out Lucron that quick. Is going to go for Blade Dance as Surprise comes up. Surprise the Rogue. Try to see if he can get a full cannon shot on Oniyo. Does land it on Oniyo without a trinket. This could be the end right here. No, Surprise actually kind of sprinting himself off of the platform. Does land a Maledict onto Onyu, not gonna let him get any heals, and the dots could actually melt him. But is that it? Do dots do it? Oh, wasn't the dots. He threw a knife at the end there, but that was a nice play by the rogue. Get the dots, got him low enough, Maledict, and just like, that's it. You're done. And he saw, oh, you're not done yet? Throw a knife. Hit him right in the jugular, and he was done. Crozus is up next, however, as a survival hunter. Oh, big damage onto Surprise. Looks like Surprise was the one surprised by that. Seawork is up next as a balance druid. Has the thorns up and running. Crozus trying to get some damage rolling. I think he was able to successfully belf off the thorns, however, and it's gonna go for a disengage offensively, push it up, disengage right at Seawork. Freezing trap to stop him in place. Bastard to close, and Seawork might need to go for a bunch of star surges back to back. He's playing very defensive here, but he kind of has to. Might be able to catch a regrowth or two. Crozus doesn't have any way to self-heal against the dot damage that Seawork puts out. Unless he can like turtle and maybe try to heal. I think the dot's still prevented. Looks like it was a blood of the enemy, but by Seawork trying to see if he can star surge down Crozus. Turtle shell coming out. Seawork trying to go for a big blood of the enemy play here. It looks like Crozus looking to maybe get a trap onto Seawork. Is going to hit him with a freezing trap. He's still holding on to a trinket, however. Crozus, how do you... Okay, try to camo. Do Moonfire and Sunfire kill you though? Wait, reapply Moonfire? Maybe oh, Star Surge takes him out of the end. Seawork decided to chicken that one. And Brazzert is up next. Does he have the Ajara staff? I don't think that's the Ajara staff, but imagine that working in duels. Does that work in duels? Can you actually get that to stack up in a duel? That'd be incredible. Gonna be a Casbolt and Seawork off the bat with a Destruction Warlock damage. Seawork is gonna have a war cut out for him. Every time the Destro gets a Casbolt, it's gonna be putting him behind every single time. Cyclone onto the Succubus, not gonna have to deal with that CC. And it's actually gonna horde away in the right direction so you can line aside the Warlock a little bit. So at least that is nice. Try to go for a Cyclone to be Brazzard. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Drop it down Infernal with a Reflect. Another Casbolt loaded up, but Seawork is going to be able to line it with a Bark Skin right now. Bash onto that Infernal. It's going to be able to get a Silence on the Berserk with a Cyclone. Forcing a chicken out of him, but that Flag is going to stop that leap, and that's going to be a Casbolt hitting him. Safe to chicken proccing for Seawork, however, to keep him nice and healthy for a little bit longer. And I think Seawork also burned a Warlock Hellstone there too, because he got a lot of healing very quickly. Another Casbolt try to get loaded up. See if I can just try to wait out that Infernal. Next time Berserk has all the CC. Oh, good leap into the pillar. Look at that, man. That little side pillar gave him enough line of sight in order to keep it going. I keep swapping to wrong people, man. I don't mean to. Those come flags as Berserk is just trying to get a slow and it seems like looks like it's not going to happen. Landing that cycle before he does. And he could go for that Succubus CC, however, but Seawork is just running. Run, Rudolph. Actually catches a reset. Actually catches a full reset too. Seawork popping now, getting that silence out of reserve, but that's going to be a Succubus CC. Breaking out of it with a chicken. Trying to see if he can hide behind the wall again, but that Infernal coming down. The Casbolt does still leave his fingertips, and that's going to be a bash onto that Infernal with a Cyclone to follow. Seawork trying to get a Cyclone onto Berserk, but that's going to be a horror effect with double Casbolt loaded up. I think he got nothing here left. Trying to go for a Cyclone at the very end. Good growth coming out. He could trick it if he wanted to. Cyclone again onto Berserk, trying to get it a little bit early. He kind of missed it, and Seawork does go down with the last flag at the end. Ebola Toaster is up next. What a name. Incineroar's coming out. Does interrupt him on a Casbolt. Berserk is locked out. Gonna go for a Succubus CC onto Ebola. And Ebola is going to be able to break out of it with Will of the Forsaken. Pool coolness coming out for Ebola. Wall for Berserk. Getting hit with a Fear. That's going to be a big Casbolt for Ebola. As he pre-walls this as well. Shadow Fury trying to see if he can stop him and try to get Casbolts back into two. Ebola took a Casbolt to the face. He keeps on taking Horror Effect. Disrupting that Casbolt. Had a reflect available too. Double Casbolt to follow, and I think that's gonna be it. Oh my god, boys. Dude, look around with a big demonology burst there. Then we got all of you just obliterating people. Berserk and Seawork playing out to the very bitter end. That's what I like to see, man. Play out to the end, boys. Legit zero things you can do. Yeah, as a boomkin, I don't think anything you could do. I think if you had some sort of a build that's more consistent than Incarn, which, before I say this, I know boomies are all about Incarn. In PvP and PvE. That's it. You're just all about Incarnation. If there was somehow a build for boomkins to be more than just Incarnation, maybe like go into cat form, put bleeds, go into booming form, put dots, and then maybe get like full dot build with maybe a Starfall.